Street lamp flickers on wet stone. You curl beneath a broken phone. One paw lifted, barely there. Two ribs showing through your hair. Three steps closer through the pour. Four walls waiting by the door. The thunder hushes as I knew. Now your heart beats next to mine. Every tremble turns to time. No more wandering alone. You are seen. You're not unknown. Five towels wrapped around your frame. 6 hours calling out your name. 7 breaths slow on the mat. 8 dreams where you don't look back. 9 days watching you sit tall. 10